forehead is literally shiny. That never happens. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and today I'm going to be testing the new makeup launch from Makeup Revolution. They've recently launched a new brand called XX Revolution, and I decided to get my hands on pretty much a full face of stuff. I actually bought everything from Boots because Boots were currently doing 3 for 2 on all makeup. I'm not sure as I'm uploading this if that's still the case, but I will leave the link down below to where you can buy each and every product that I use in this video. I've been so excited to test this brand because it's supposed to be like a brand for everyone. Some of the products are more on the pricier range for Makeup Revolution, which kind of intrigued me a little bit. I'm very curious to see if it performs as well as the other Makeup Revolution brands. So I absolutely love Makeup Revolution. I love Revolution Pro. I use a few bits from Revolution and Makeup Obsession, but not as much. So today I thought I would sit down, do a full face and test it all out for you and let you know if everything that I'm using on my face is worth the money. By the way, I do love Makeup Revolution and I do use a lot of their products on my channel and test a lot, but just as a disclaimer, everything that I'm using in this video was bought with my own money, which kind of dented my bank account a little bit, but it's fine. So just a little disclaimer in case you were wondering. Also, before we get started, if you are new here, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure to also tap that bell down below so you are notified every single time I post a new testing video, a little bit like this one. And without further ado, I'm just going to roll onto the video because my face is very bare and I want to put some makeup on. So let's go. By the way, if you can hear a noise in the background, it's most likely my washing machine because it's right on top of us and normally it does make a bit of a banging noise, so I'm sorry about that. This is some of the stuff that I got. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. It is better than the normal Makeup Revolution packaging, and they do have nice packaging for some items, but overall the whole aesthetic of this XX Revolution brand I absolutely love. So I've picked up a few little bits. I'm not going to go into depth about everything that I've picked up because obviously I'm going to be using it on my face, but just so you know what to expect. I obviously picked up a lip gloss, obviously, because I love lip glosses. There it is. There's my washing machine. Oh, this is one thing that I'm really excited to try. I'm excited to try out the new foundation. Don't know if the shade might be a little bit too dark for me though, because I haven't actually tanned in a while and I'm pretty sure it's all rubbed off. And I did get it in a darker shade than normally I do, but we'll make it work, it's fine. Oh, I'm also so excited to try out the highlighter as well. I've seen some pictures of these highlighters and they look amazing. So I'm intrigued to like put it on my face and see how it performs because I like a good highlighter. I've got bronzer, I've got concealer, eyebrow pencil. I think I got the pencil, I can't remember. I did this order like over a week ago now. I haven't got primer or setting spray. They do have it in the XX Revolution collection. However, I never use primers on my face anymore. I never set my face in place because I never really go out anywhere for a long period of time, so don't need to. So I didn't see the point of buying them. So just a little disclaimer. But firstly, I'm going to go in with my eyebrows, which is what I would normally do anyway. So I'm just going to take my Spectrum brow brush and use the spoolie end of it. And I'm just going to go in with a bar of soap as well because I normally do soap brows on my brows, so I'm just gonna quickly make sure that the soap is on the brows and then I'll be right back and we will test out the brow pencil and see how that performs. I'm so sorry, my washing machine right now is just on a tangent, so I'm really sorry about that. But next up I'm going to go in with the brow pencil. So I just literally concealed my brows using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite because I like the formula for carving out underneath my brows. And I just went in with the soap like I mentioned and I just brushed my hairs upwards. So literally there's no product on my actual brows, which is why we're going to go in with this. I did get this in the shade Deep Brown, so I'm hoping it's okay. My brows are a funny colour. They are pretty dark, but if I get a colour that's like granite, for example, it's way too dark. But if I get the one before granite, normally it's too light. So I need one that's like in the middle. But this one was the lightest shade to granite, so I thought I'd take this one and give it a try. The packaging is absolutely stunning. This is so nice. So it comes with two, I nearly hit myself then. It comes with two sides, so this side comes with the eyebrow pencil, which Oh, I'm pretty sure this was the £6 one. This has like a slanted pencil. Ooh, it's quite light. It's not like majorly pigmented. I don't know if you can see it at the back of my hand. That makes for really light strokes, which I like because I like to do more of a natural brow. And then on this side, there's like a little brush, which I've never actually used this for my brows before. So I'm gonna take this side, which is the pencil side. I've just done my brows. This is not majorly pigmented, but I'm not mad about it because, like I said, I like more of a natural brow, and I feel like it did draw in some of my brow hairs very naturally. It's quite similar to my brow colour as well, which I like. So if you like more of like a darker brow or more of a pigmented brow pencil, then I'd say this one probably isn't for you. Naturally, the next step in my makeup routine is eyeshadow. So I need an eyeshadow base. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the concealer from XX Revolution, and I'm also going to use that as my eyeshadow base and see how it works as a base, because normally I don't use concealers as a base, but I feel like because I'm doing sort of like a full face of XX Revolution, I might as well just use that as my base. So I'm going to take the Conceal XX, and I got this in the shade CX3. I'm hoping it corresponds to the Makeup Revolution ones, or is pretty close to the Makeup Revolution Revolution Pro concealer shade. I really like the packaging. Like, I think the packaging is really slick and makes this collection look a lot more expensive than it actually is. See what the applicator is like. Literally, it's stuck. What? It's stuck. What? Oh my god. This is the weirdest applicator I've ever seen in my life. Pretty slanted. Okay, I'm just gonna take that on my lids and we'll see what it looks like. Oh yeah, it does look similar to C3. So what I'd say is, if you know what shade concealer you are / foundation in the Makeup Revolution shades, then I'd safely correspond them to the XX Revolution one. Okay, the coverage is pretty good. I mean, normally I use my P. Louise base, and I'd probably still go for my P. Louise base every day because it's just my favourite base to use. So next I'm going to take the eyeshadow palette. This is the Experiment Express shadow palette. This comes in a number of different shades depending on what kind of colours you want to work with. So there's cooler tones, there's warmer tones, there's neutral tones. I picked the blue one up because I was kind of thinking, what do I feel like doing? And I haven't done blue shadow for a while, so oh my gosh. I've seen the packaging of these on camera. These look so pretty, but they look even prettier in person. Oh my gosh. Right, okay, these are really nice friendly palettes. They remind me so much of the Huda Beauty quad ones. It comes with a little mirror as well, which makes it really travel friendly. And then you get 4 shades. So we've got more of a lighter icier shade, we've got a darker shade, we've got kind of like an emerald shimmer, and then we've got a really dark blue down here. So to begin with, I'm gonna pack in the blue shade. I actually have an idea for this look, which, can we take a moment because this never happens. So I'm going to take this dark blue shade down here. They don't have shade names, by the way, but there's only 4 of them, so you should be able to follow along. I'm using the Spectrum A12 brush, by the way, for this. I'm just going to pack it into my crease. Wow, that is really pigmented. Look how nice that blue shade is. I feel like it doesn't come across as dark as it does in the pan, like when you put it on your actual eyelids, but nevertheless that's a really nice blue. So now that I've packed that dark blue shade into my crease, I know it's not the cleanest in the world, but it's fine, it'll look okay when we finish it off. I'm just going to take this lighter shade up here. I'm going to take this on my Spectrum A07 brush. It's just a nice flat fluffy brush. There's not a lot of fallout from these either. And I'm just going to take this on top of where we've just put that dark blue shade. These are really pigmented, like this one especially. One thing I have noticed is that I feel like the concealer has made the shadows quite patchy underneath. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but the base has definitely made the eyeshadows a little bit patchy. I'm just going to take a cotton bud and I'm going to take some micellar water, and what I do is I just go around and take away any shadow where I cut my crease, because otherwise when I put the shadows on top it ends up looking really messy and patchy and just blur. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I will be right back and we will cut the crease with the concealer. As you may notice, there is still a little bit of shadow left on my lid. That is because it's very, very pigmented and it was really hard to take off with just a cotton bud. I'm gonna take the concealer again. So just taking a bit of the concealer at the back of my hand, and I'm going in with my Spectrum A18 brush, and I'm just gonna use this to the crease. Okay, so now that I've cut my crease, I'm just going to take the first brush that we used, and I'm just going to, I've not put any more product on it, I'm just going to use this to kind of like diffuse the edge, just so when it comes to putting the shadow in, it blends a little bit better. This is a trick that I've started to use a lot more because I've seen a couple of makeup artists use this, and it really does help to make sure that the end of your cut crease is pretty blended. Next, I'm going to take a flat brush, which is from a Makeup Revolution brush set in like 2016 or something. I'm just going to go in with this icy blue shade here. Normally I go in with a brush and then I go in with my finger a little bit later on. I mean, already it's pretty pigmented on the lid. Like I just mentioned, I'm just going to take my finger, I'm going to swirl that in. Look how much difference there is between that one and that one. It just shows up a lot better with your finger, but I like to take a brush just so I can fill in the actual space that like my finger can't get to, for example. I'm really impressed with the formula of these shadows. Normally I go in with my under eyes after I do like my foundation, my concealer, etc. So I'm going to take the foundation. I got this in the Glow Skin foundation. They do actually have two variants of foundations in the initial collection, but I thought the Glow Skin one appealed to me more because I have very dry skin. This is in the shade X5. I don't know if this is going to be too dark for me, so if it is, I'm so sorry, but I did actually buy this with the intent that I'd have tan on. I just haven't been bothered to put tan on really. So once again, the packaging of this is so gorgeous. I'm just going to take a couple of pumps of this and pop it on my face. And I've just taken out, it looks very glowy. Okay, that might actually match my skin. We're okay. I just take a Real Techniques flat brush. Any flat foundation brush will do. And before I go in with my beauty blender, I like to use a flat brush just to even out the coverage, and I feel like I get better coverage this way. I mean, it probably matches the original like Makeup Revolution foundations. However, I got mine in F1 and it's way too light for me. That kind of matches me. Okay, so as you can see, there is a lot that needs blending out, which is why I go in with my trusted Real Beauty blender and I just blend it out and make sure that it looks all even. My forehead is literally shiny. That never happens. I like it. It's got really good coverage as well. Now that that is all blended out, which it blended out really nicely as well, it blended out very quickly. I'm just gonna try and put it on my nose. Yeah, it's just gonna have to do. I'm just gonna go in with concealer. I don't conceal ever. I just feel like it makes my skin look even drier, but I'm gonna see what the coverage is like because I know a lot of people like to use concealer. It doesn't pick up a lot of product, so like I've just put that on my nose and there was not that much product on. Okay, that concealer blended out quite nicely. It doesn't seem too dry either. It's not as thick or there's not as much coverage as some of the other Makeup Revolution concealers, for example. I'd say this isn't the best concealer I have. I'm still gonna go towards my Conceal and Define Infinite. However, if you like more of a lighter coverage concealer, then this is probably good for you. And like I said, it's not actually that dry either. I've just realized that I didn't pick up any powder. I don't know, there was actually powder in the collection and I completely forgot to get that, but it's fine. Take my Kiko Radiant Fusion powder. This is good if you have dry skin because it doesn't take away from the glowiness of a foundation, so it's probably good that I'm using this anyway. I'm just going to take this powder and quickly powder my face. For my lower lash line, I'm going to take my Spectrum A16 brush and I'm going to go in with this emerald shimmer down here, mainly because I haven't used this and I'm just curious. I never take shimmer on my lower lash line, but I want to try and use all the shades. So I kind of wish I'd used that shade on my lid somewhere, but when we learn. Next, I'm going to go in with my bronzer. I think I cried a little bit when I saw this on the website because I was like, that bronzer shade is stunning. So hopefully it looks like it did on the website, or somewhat like it did, and it isn't way too dark for me. This is in the shade Morose. It's actually a matte bronzer. So this pretty much comes in the same packaging as what the quad eyeshadows came in. That actually looks perfect. Like, I saw this on the website and I was like, I'm just going to take my normal Spectrum brush that I use for my bronzer. This is the Spectrum A01 brush. It's a really fluffy brush to really like blend out your bronzer. And I'm just going to dip in. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I have been trying to find the perfect bronzer shade for so long that isn't too light but isn't too dark. I'm sorry, but you know when you've been trying to find a makeup product for so long and you can't seem to find it, and then you end up like testing it on a video. Winner winner chicken dinner. So next up, I'm going to move on to the blush. This is another shade that I saw on the website and I was like I need this in my life. This comes in the same sort of packaging as the bronzer and the eyeshadow palette, but as you can tell, this one has more of a pink tone to it, and this is what the blush looks like. I got this in the shade Jitter. They have so many shades for these blushes, and once again it comes with a little mirror, making it very travel friendly, and it's also really handy having a mirror as well. I'm going to take this Real Technique. This is the contour brush, but it's really good for blush. I hope it's not too pink. Ooh. Is anyone else feeling that that shade is a really nice blush shade? Like, it's not too intense, but it's just a really nice colour. I love blushes like this. It's really nice. It's very sheer, not the most pigmented in the world, but I like that in a blush because it means I can build it up to the intensity that I want it at. I'm really impressed. I really like that blush. And then next up, I'm going to go in with highlighter. This has been the one thing that I've been most excited for because I've seen this on a few pictures and these highlighters look stunning. I want to try them out for myself and see if it is as good as it looks on camera. So this comes in the same packaging as the blush. It's more of like a pinky tone packaging. This is what the highlighter looks like. Once again, it comes with a mirror. So I'm going to take the normal highlighting brush that I use. This is from Morphe. Now, I don't actually know what name this brush is because it's rubbed off, unfortunately, but any Morphe highlighter brush or any highlighter brush in general that looks like this is perfect. So I'm just going to swirl my brush in. Oh, okay, that is really nice. I'm gonna put a bit more on because I love highlighter. When it first goes on, it has the wow factor, as you can see. Like, it's absolutely stunning, but I feel like as you build it up and you put another layer on, like, that is even more stunning. I love Makeup Revolution's highlighters anyway, so I was hoping that the XX Revolution ones would be stunning, and this does not disappoint. I really like the shade because it's not too white. I feel like really white highlighters just are too much. They're way too intense. Whereas this one, the colour reminds me a little bit of the Balm Merry Luminizer, but I feel like when you actually apply this to your skin, it's a lot more intense than the Mary Lou. I'm just going to take a flat brush and I'm going to use this highlighter for my inner corner as well, and I'm also just going to pop it on my brow bone just to intensify that a little. And then next up in my box of goodies, I actually forgot about this, so I think I should probably use it. This is the Exact eyeliner. This is the gel eyeliner pencil. I got this in a green shade, so I don't know how this is gonna look on a blue look, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this in my waterline. The packaging, this is silver and it has like the indented lines at the top. So I'm just gonna see how this looks in my waterline. Okay, I don't think this works in the waterline. Define your waterline of smudgy for a soft smoky look. So it can be used in the waterline. We're going to press pause on this and I'm just going to put this back in the box because It was a bit of a flop. The last XX Revolution product, I'm going to take this lip gloss. I love a good gloss. This is the Extra Glow Strobe Liquid Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Heroin. There are some really nice shades of these lip glosses, and it was hard to pick just one, but I did it. I don't know how, but I did it. It does have that like indented line effect like the other products do, and this is the lip gloss. A champagne pink sort of colour. It reminds me of like a Duo Crew. Oh, that is really nice. I'm gonna now apply the lip gloss, which I love lip gloss. It excites me so much. Oh. On a normal day, I'd probably put this lip gloss on top of a lipstick because I like to put my gloss on top of a lipstick anyway. But on its own, that is stunning. When it's in the light, it kind of has like a champagne tone to it, so it isn't like fully pink. It's really nice. Like, could you imagine that on top of a nice nude lipstick? So I'm just gonna head off camera and do my lashes and my mascara because, like I mentioned, the lashes and mascara wasn't part of this haul. Like, I couldn't find any, so I will pop them on and then I will be right back to show you the finished look. And there we have it. This is the finished look. The lashes that I used were actually from Prima Lash. I will leave them in the description bar below in case you are interested. And for my mascara, I did use the Big Lash Mascara by Makeup Revolution, which is one of my favourites anyway. So I'm really impressed with how this look turned out. There's definitely some products in here that are going to be a definite staple in my makeup collection. The blush and the bronzer were probably the two that I love the most. I also love the highlighter. I think the highlighter is absolutely stunning. The lip gloss, I love a good lip gloss, so I'm going to use this anyway. The eyebrow pencil was a little bit underwhelming because there was basically no pigment there, but I will probably use it on my eyebrows because I like more of a natural brow. Foundation was really, really good. I actually have been watching to see what the foundation looks like because I've had this foundation on for about an hour now. It doesn't look cakey at all. It still looks glowy. It still looks really, really dewy. I absolutely love this look. I think it's really, really nice, and the products are really, really good for the price as well. So of course I will leave everything that I've used in the description bar below in case you are interested. This video is not sponsored, nothing was gifted or anything, but there were some genuinely good products and I feel like they need to be shouted about. So I really hope that you did enjoy this video and you did find it helpful. If you did enjoy this video, then don't forget to smash it a big massive thumbs up, and also feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure to also tap that little bell down below so you are notified every single time I post a new video a little bit like this one. I do also post makeup looks on my Instagram page and on my TikTok, so if you don't follow me over there, then of course I will leave it in the description bar below as always. Once again, thank you so incredibly much for watching, and hopefully I will see you on my next video very, very soon. Bye!